I already see Deshaun's comments, y'all. Good morning. Today is moving day. So I got to try to figure out what I'm going to put in a new place. So I'm going to be back and forth. And then I have two shows, Thursday and Friday. Tomorrow, Case will be joining me. Make sure y'all tune in today. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow, at 4. So I got to make sure that I have my looks together for those 2 days. But first, since Deshaun went on ahead and talked about it, let's dive into what happened yesterday. Senate Democrats blocked a massive $1.5 trillion spending package that would go to Israel. Now, before Israel shouldn't be getting any of our money. Point blank, period. We know that Donald Trump is deeply embedded to Bibi Netanyahu. And the military almost got $1 trillion. Now, John Thune switched his vote from yes to no. Now, this could push the date back to a later date. That's what could happen. But no, Israel does not need any money. Fuck Israel. And fuck Bibi Netanyahu. This $1.5 trillion could have went to universal health care. This $1.5 trillion could have went to help people, affordability. But see, Donald Trump doesn't care about affordability. Orange Pickett doesn't care about affordability. Let's see what else happened. Foghorn Leghorn, Tom Homan said that ICE agents have not been trained to use body cams yet. That's a goddamn lie. At least 22 people lost their lives ever since Donald Trump got back in office under the guise of ICE. We don't need ICE. ICE needs to be abolished because y'all are going out here and y'all are unaliving innocent people. And the majority of them are either black and brown or some of your own. Because they're pushing back, they're recording, and they're saying, no, this isn't right. You shouldn't be doing this. And you're taking their lives. 22 people have been SHOT under the Trump regime. Donald Trump paid E. Jean Carroll some of her money, which is $5.6 million. No, pay her all of it. You owe her $88 million. Pay her all of it. But see, let's talk about authoritarianism for a minute, because I keep having the same conversation with Deshaun, and at this point, it's like beating a dead horse. This is what fascists do. Fascists quash dissent, meaning that fascist movements and regimes tend to weaken not only the First Amendment, which is our freedom of speech, but freedom of the press and any influence of any public voices that could serve as vocal counterpoints. See, with fascism and authoritarianism, you have to be in opposition, meaning you cannot do what they're doing over there at CBS. Homegirl that's over 60 Minutes, Barry Wisner, that's firing journalists for giving people the accurate truth rather than watering it down and saying, oh, well, Donald Trump changes his tone on something. No, Donald Trump just blew a dog whistle to get his base amped up. See, when you can reiterate a lie about 2020 and get your base amped up to believe that shit, then guess the fuck what? January 6th, part 2. These people are in a cult of personality. Authoritarian projects cannot succeed without the cooperation or acquiescence of legislatures, court, and institutions designed to provide checks and balances. That's what Congress is for, to provide checks and balances. He's trying to fire almost everybody that pushes back against him. They do it with cults of personality, aggrandizement of the trappings of office, while denigrating the checks and balances as corrupt obstacles to popular will. when they go out here and they cry, oh, it's fake news, it makes it difficult for people who have already been brainwashed to believe what's true and what's not. And this is what Hillary Clinton was saying when his base needs to be deprogrammed. When she said that they need to be deprogrammed, there really needs to be a cult expert out here or someone who is pushing back saying, hey, these claims are not true. The 2020 election was not stolen from him. He lost Georgia. And now he's trying to claim that Warnock and Ossoff were not the real winners in Georgia when they were. That's what's going on. So now we know what Donald Trump's plan is, and that is to federalize and nationalize our elections and question the integrity of whether it's legitimate or not. Just like I said yesterday, you cannot go out here and believe false information or disinformation. I said it once and I'll say it again. Jasmine Crockett is not taking money from AIPAC. But I can tell you who is. Question your boy in Texas, James Tallarico. Question Cory Booker, who put out a touching tribute to Ladybug Lindsey Graham. And Amy Klobuchar as well, too. I'm not about to sit up here as someone who is from South Carolina, because I know all eyes were directed towards me on my thoughts on Ladybug Lindsey Graham. Y'all know how I feel about the piece of shit. He was a Trump sycophant. That's what he was. And Trump's good buddy. They golf together. So kill all that noise about, oh, we're not going to speak ill about the dead. You know, I don't want my karma. Kill all of that shit. Because if these white supremacist fuckers in office, one of our black bodies were on the line, do you think they'd give a damn about us? No, they wouldn't. Did you see what he posted on Truth Social about one of the congressmen? I'm glad he's gone. So when death comes in threes, and it's your turn, what the fuck do you think America is going to do? We're going to be celebrating and rejoicing. In fact, we'll probably be barbecuing, throwing something on the grill. That's the only problem that I have, is when you listen to a lie that is not true. She spoke out. She pushed back against it. And she said, no, I am not taking money from AIPAC. Question Tallarico. That's what you can do. That rubbed me the wrong way all the way. Make sure that you are following notable news sources like myself, Bubs the God, Conscious TV. Make sure that you're following King Jobs. Make sure that you're following Danielle Moody. Make sure that you're following Wajahat Ali, Mehdi Hassan, Jim Acosta, Politics by Tabitha, Deshaun Stallings, Alvin Tiffertat, this or that. Make sure that you're following DJ AC Soul Child, Talk Your Shit, Nene, Legally Hype, AB. Make sure that you're following Talks with Javi. Javi, make sure y'all following him. Make sure that y'all are following Don Lemon. Yeah. Republicans are going out here and they are twisting it. And they are manipulating their base to believe the lies. Because these old white men are not willing to let go of power. And they said it was based off of merit, and y'all attack diversity, equity, and inclusion. But you got into a position because your brother was in the system. Your brother worked in politics. Nepotism much, right? Shout outs to Nikki Free. Make sure y'all are following her, because she did a beautiful video talking about how nepotism works. I wouldn't lie to y'all. Yes, now y'all are starting to see what I was saying. And to be very clear, I have no issue with this person. But when you put that lie out there, I was just like, no, we can't be doing that. We got to push back. Uh-uh. She's not taking money from AIPAC. The other issue I have is with another individual that's close within the circle who says they don't believe in abortion. You can be Christian, you can have your Christian values, but guess what? Your Christian values is the reason why we're in this fucked up state of the world where white supremacists, oligarchs, Nazis, and pedophiles are running our government. I don't feel bad for Bootsy, not one single bit. You got duped. You voted for a pedophile, you're a pedophile yourself, and you hired a prostitute to sleep with your then 13-year-old son. I don't feel bad for Bootsy, not one single bit, Torrance Hatch. And you got out here and you attacked us trans people when we're less than 1% of the population. Oh, look at the hands. Look it up. Look at the Adam's apple. Don't cut the dick off, man. Don't cut the dick. That was you, Bootsy. You misgendered Zaya Wade. And not only that, but you attacked Lil Nas X. You have a problem and you need therapy, Bootsy. You really do. When you did that interview with Mike Tyson, that interview was different because he put the fear of God in your ass. You didn't want your earlobe bit off. What did Red Fox say to Eddie Murphy and Harlem Nights? Be careful, quick, you fucking with a heavyweight. Mike Tyson would have bit that goddamn, chewed that goddamn earlobe off for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I can't believe Donald Trump was going to do that. Where was he? No, him and my governor for South Carolina, McMasters, they agreed that maybe we should put Lindsey Graham's sister in that position. Nepotism. So when I tell y'all that the Confederacy and white supremacy runs deep down here in the United States of America, especially in South Carolina, where I'm at, where the Stoner Rebellion was, it's real. Y'all have seen the Confederate flags posted all over the old police station. Y'all, some of y'all didn't believe that fat meat is greasy, but now you know. I will be screaming to the mountaintops, saying things. Sometimes it will just glaze right over their head. They don't listen to it. Y'all ain't listening to me. I've had thoughts of running for president or running in a government position, but y'all ain't ready for that. Until we deal with the issue of patriarchy, misogyny, and transphobia, we're going to be stuck right here where we at another 400 years. Don't ask me to run for government. But until we deal with imperialism and capitalism, I see your message, Deshaun. I should. I'm not, no, y'all not ready for that. The same way Michelle Obama, y'all asked Michelle Obama to run for president, and y'all was caught, they're trying to take our liberation, but they can't. They can't. You cannot break black people. You cannot take our liberation. You cannot break our souls and our spirits because our ancestors are deeply ingrained in this country. The White House that orange pig looking motherfucker is sitting in right now was built by our ancestors. So no. Oh, if they take the 14th Amendment, Amir Odom, that means you're married to a white partner, correct? All right. You won't be married to that white partner no more. Since you want to go and align yourself with white supremacy. But no, y'all not ready for a woman, especially a young black trans woman from South Carolina, from rural red state, South Carolina. Y'all are not ready for that. Oh, no, no, no. The Confederacy has been alive and living, and it's under the guise of red hats. They took off the white hoods and cloaks, and now they've put on red hats that say MAGA. Just like with the Supreme Court, that's another thing. The Supreme Court is asking for more funds to up their security. I wonder why. Because the majority is 6, y'all granted Donald Trump absolute immunity. Am I correct? The 3 didn't do this, but y'all did. Alito, Thomas, and Amy Coney Barrett. Amy Coney Barrett, you are the perfect example of what Drewski portrayed when he was portraying Erica Kirk, which is white Christian conservative women are a part of the problem. Y'all are just as dangerous and if not more than your husbands. Period. There's a whole ad out here that said you do not have to vote the way your husband has to vote, or your husband does not have to know your vote. And you've got Haitian children, and you voted to take away temporary status citizenship away from Haitian Americans, putting Haitian Americans in danger for deportation. Did y'all know that a 28-year-old man was struck by a truck running from ICE? Did y'all know that? Y'all didn't know that? Did y'all know that? Yeah. I think it needs to be a code of ethics change. And I agree with my girl, talk your shit meaning. Yeah. And this was in St. Augustine. In St. Augustine, a man was hit by a tractor trailer and passed away running from ICE and tried to pull out of a gas station. 22 people were unalived under ICE. Did y'all know that? Deshaun typing in the DMs, you can type right here in the chat, because I'm cooking this morning. And then the first thing you know, I got to go move my stuff to this new house. So I had to go back to the house and start boxing up stuff out of my old room. But yeah, like I was saying though, when has America ever been great? 250 years for whom? 250 years for whom? Them, the colonizers. And yes, gas prices are going to go up. Gas prices won't go down to $2 until 2032. Let me put on my DND for a minute. But yes, like I was saying, gas prices won't go down until 2032. And it's damn near, what? $5. And this is because people chose white supremacy over a woman who was willing to help them. So no, don't ask me about running for president. Michelle Obama even said it. Miss her with that. Y'all not ready for a black trans woman. 7:23. All right, so we at the end of the track. We're gonna go down again. 30 minutes. And y'all, I'm losing this weight. I'm dropping this weight. So, like I said, until we deal with the issue of patriarchy, America will be stuck right here where it's at. And you have a pedophile in office that has no plans on leaving. He's amping up on security because Iran placed that target nicely where it should be. And this time, don't miss. Iran, do your thing. We give y'all permission. You don't tap a hornet's nest and not expect the hornets to come out and strike, period. Hold your messages, type in the chat because I will not see it. But like I was saying though, your Christian conservative values are the reason why we're in this shit right here. Because believe it or not, and I'm gonna keep screaming it to the highest mountaintop, Donald Trump has hijacked the 2026 midterms. Republicans are scrambling for every last minute thing because they know that their policies are so fucking unpopular with people. My God. They are willing to hold on to power and not let go of it. There's been a lot of conversation surrounding Jay-Z. There should be. I think Jay-Z is very talented, and y'all know I'm a Beyonce stan over here. I'm a part of the Beehive. Okay? And y'all even compared me to her as far as her work ethic. But when you're sitting across the table from two people who were involved in Gaza, because, and especially the Qatari, Cory Booker sworn in Jared Kushner's dad, Charles Kushner. Y'all know their ties to Gaza, my pro-Palestine, pro-Gaza people who also part of the reason why Kamala didn't get elected. Y'all made it y'all's business that would be y'all one issue thing. But see, a vote for her would have been for harm reduction. That's why it's important you do your research and not listen to the likes of the Young Turks or the Stephen A. Smiths or any other fucking platform that's giving disinformation and misinformation. I don't know why y'all share and repost my goddamn videos, because you know I'm telling the goddamn truth, not to toot my own horn. At this point, it's like a broken record. And to be honest, I have been contemplating on stopping Style by Stevie altogether because it's so frustrating when you're literally speaking truth to power and your people, some of your people are not getting it. They're still choosing to align themselves with white supremacy, like Amir Odom, like Xavier, like Rob Smith, like the 3 black gay men who are conservative. I said it once and I will say it again. You cannot be black, gay, and conservative. And it's another too. If you guys watch the real life area or real life music, there's a talk show on there. Shouts to my girl, Misha Robinson. Beautiful, beautiful. Y'all go and check out her channel. But it's one panelist, one of the talk show hosts, he's a black gay conservative. I think his name is Dante or something like that. I don't know. Don't hold me to it. He will never welcome you. At this point, it's exhausting because people are not getting it. You view the stories, you see how beautiful I look, everybody giving you guys the news and stuff. Yes, but it's like you're not getting the message. So, but I'm not going to stop speaking truth to power because that's a cop-out. That's running away from fighting, and I'm going to remain in the fight. I'm determined. But I've been contemplating on whether or not I should continue with this talk show and this platform. Because just like me wasting my breath, that's what I feel in my opinion. And people are still not getting it. But I'm not going to stop because in order to tackle fascism, you have to speak truth to power to counter it. This is not a game what we're up against. I hope y'all know that. This man does not plan on leaving. And it's going to be some shit November 3rd. Mark my words. January 6th, part 2. On this day, July 15th, 2026, at 7:28, Miss Stevie told you that Donald Trump is going to stir up some more shit. Now, he's already questioning, putting out claims that have not been true. The 2020 election was not rigged. It was a free and fair election. He lost. He did not win by a landslide, because you know that's his favorite word. He loves to say, I won by a landslide and I lost by a whisker. No, Orange Piggy, you lost. Period. So until we get at the root of the issue, which is white supremacy, we will be stuck here another 400 years. And again, shout outs to y'all for continuing to support the platform, repost and share the videos. You're saying me stuff. I peep everything. I see everything. Even when you don't expect me to be watching, I could be getting my shit together over here and trying to get back on my feet, and I'm seeing the videos. I see everything. You can't hide it from me. I will always be one step ahead of you, and I will always find out. You heard the adage, I've got eyes in the back of my head. Head on swivel. And I would suggest black people to do the same. If you are not armed, arm yourself. Period. Stay vigilant. Stay there at 7:30. I'm not going to take you to a new place just yet, because we got a lot of moving to do. I don't know what my brother plans on moving, but yes, pretty soon y'all will get to see the new place. But today is moving day, so I want to say thank y'all, each and every one of y'all, for y'all's love, unconditional support, the prayers, the text messages, the phone calls, keeping me encouraged and informed on what's going on. Yeah, 2 shows, Thursday and Friday. Tomorrow, make sure y'all tune in here on YouTube Live, have your notifications on, set on all, so you can be able to catch the interviews live and in real time. The live shows are the best. So I will catch up with y'all a little bit later. That's my take on that. It's going to be more. Republicans are not going to give up trying to pass money to Israel. So keep aware and keep vigilant. And remember, that date in that month, November 3rd, midterms, is what Republicans fear the most. Keep saying it. And I'll chat with y'all later.